Today we're supposed to talk about African American representation in literature, and so I picked the Hello Goodbye window. I know it was already one of the choices that we read and saw the read aloud, but I think it's a really relevant book, not only because of the diversity it shows and the correct representation of a biracial family, but also because of the representation of family without the whole story. And I also want to use this book for my case study, so that's really why I picked it. Besides that, it doesn't really have any stereotypes of gender or race or anything like that, any other stereotypes that we talked about. Anyways, I'm just going to start right off. The name of the book, as I said, is The Hello Goodbye Window. And as we can see this is the inside of the book. And as we can see on the title page, the story is by Norton Juster and the pictures are by Chris Rashka. Oh yeah, and I also wanted to talk about the vocabulary in this book. I'm reading it as I would be reading it to a first grader. So I wanted to talk about the names for this little girl's grandma and grandpa, which is Nanny and Poppy. And besides that, I also wanted to ask kids what they called their grandparents and then lead into that, and this is what she calls hers. And I just think it's really important that they see that this is her family, and so they can see that all families look different, but we still love each other despite what we call them and despite what they look like. Okay. Nanny and Poppy live in a big house in the middle of town. There's a brick path that goes to the back porch, but before you get there, you pass right by the kitchen window. That's the Hello Goodbye window. It looks like a regular window, but it's not. The kitchen is where Nanny and Poppy are most of the time. You can climb up on the flower bed and tap the window, then duck down, and they won't know who did it. Or you can press your face against the glass and frighten them. If they're not in the kitchen, you can't do any of those things and you have to wait until next time. If they see you first, you have to wait and make silly faces. Sometimes Nana peekaboos me, which always makes me laugh, so I get a lot of extra fun and hellos before I even get inside.